but he was given his pleading his case, which is fine, whatever. But then I have a similar background and I have a lot more money than this nigga. Like I'm like, and like my life's not that bad. I also don't have a criminal record. I'm not getting arrested all the time. Like I don't know what to tell him outside of like stop sucking at life. And so like I was trying to explain to him that like maybe this isn't a you thing, because if we have similar upbringings and you have really bad outcomes and I have good outcomes and you just think everyone's racist and you know something that nobody else knows, and that makes your point valid as to why you suck at life, then, you know, like I don't necessarily know that that's true. But then it turned into he doesn't read books because white people wrote them. He doesn't and honestly, we got to get Israel to come over and rock out with us one of these nights, because I think you would really like talking to him, because like he is very high level initiated into the shit that we talk about. So
nice.
But and can have the conversation. So he politely had the same conversation with Jay Prince and had the exact same result, except for Jay Prince didn't tell him he was white. Because like immediately he was like, "Oh, well, you speak well, and you know Israel, he speaks more slang than I do online because he likes to do that. Very intelligent dude. I don't knock him for it." But Jay Prince, the first thing that he said was like, "Oh, well, you speak like white people. Like you must be." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, mixed. Like, what's up?" "Oh, well, see, you're not even black, so like you can't say anything." And I'm like, "Well, then Malcolm X isn't on your team either. You know that, right?" "Yeah, that's fine." And today, this dude was trying to say that I think it was or Frederick Douglass he doesn't know if he existed. White people might have made him up.
What the fuck?
Yep. So let's look at it. Like now that I'm re-triggered about this now. We are going to look at this immediately. I'm turning the music off. And
you know what though? That's not the most outlandish shit I've heard in the last week, because I can't tell if he's trolling or not, but CT also said that he's not sure if Emmett Till existed.
I mean, I from CT, I'm gonna assume trolling, because like CT has spoken about stuff that he knows about, which is fine. But this, bro, hold on, let me get to the part where Dre Prince's big stupid face is on this video, dog. Like,
go ahead and do that. Meanwhile, I took an intelligence an IQ test.
Oh shit, that's dope.
Yeah, the WAIS.
Did you pass?
Huh?
Did you pass?
I got 131.
Hey, there you go.
I'm pretty sure the test was flawed, because that's just bare minimum for Mensa, and I feel like I'm closer to like running Mensa, so they probably did something wrong.
Bruh, I probably got a 2. I don't know that I would pass it, so I'm not taking it. I ain't about to have y'all. I'm not getting verified as dumb. That's all I'm saying. I'll tell y'all I'm dumb, but like we ain't gonna have no officiality to it. Okay, so hold on. Here we go.
Facts straight.
Let me kill the music because I don't want to have too.
The basic point is one area was 200 years, and another area it was 515 years. It was total of about a 715 to 50 year reign, depending on.
Shout outs to Israel Mills. First of all, this is fair use. Israel is my brother. I'm hoping he won't come after me for this, because we're gonna mine through this conversation that he had, because I thought it was really interesting. I stuck around for the majority of it. Ismails, the Ismailites. Shout out to y'all. We're gonna keep it rocking. Hold up here.
And on who you ask, that the Moor or the Moorish had in Europe, meaning Spain and Italy. I'm gonna bring Jay Prince up. Jay Prince, give me 1 second. What's going on, family? How you doing, man?
What's up, Iz? What's the word?
What's going on, man? Let me finish, and then I'm gonna tell you why I brought you on. Now I want you to get in here too, okay? And I wanted to ask you some questions and give you the opportunity to ask some questions as well.
This is about to be
so. Right. So the Moors. So what happened was, the Moors were in Europe. These were black people that conquered in Europe before the Dark Ages, from about 800 or the 8th century to about the 15th century. Okay. And ironically, the first black, so-called black, indentured servants that were brought to the island of Hispaniola, which is present-day Haiti / Dominican Republic, which is the same damn island, only separated by a freaking imaginary line. It's no line that separates Haiti and Dominican Republic. It's the same landmass. It was called the island of Hispaniola. Those indentured servants were said to have been brought there, ironically, around 1516 to 1519. And that was the first so-called transatlantic slave trade. That was after they got ran up. The Moors got ran up out of Italy and Spain by Queen Isabella and her troops. And then this so-called transatlantic slave trade had begun. Now, if you notice, I've referenced Ivan Van Sertima's book first that came before Columbus, because before that, there were already so-called black people here that a lot of people refer to as quote-unquote Indians, which we already know that they were not Indians. They were indigenous people or aboriginals. They had been here for centuries and centuries and centuries. Yo, shout out to KGY. Shout out to Reese Neal. What's up? What's up? What's up? Shout out to Smiling Eyes 53. All right. So I know, hey, yo, listen, I know now that Jay Prince is simulcasting. I know now I won't be fooled. So Jay Prince is simulcasting. So, you know what I'm saying? I can see y'all. Salute to Jay Prince and Jay Prince chat. Salute to y'all. If y'all would, if we can, let's have a respectful dialogue, a respectful conversation. All right. I appreciate y'all. All right. So that's showing that those are the same people that was there, the same people that was here, and the same people, some of those same people were still in Africa. Those were the same people. Just for the record, right? Yo, shout out to you. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yo, I appreciate you, fam. Yo, whoever, E, thank you for the cash out. I appreciate you. Are your people from Trinidad? E, are your people from Trinidad and Tobago? Holla at me, E. I want to holler at you. Hey, shout out to you, man. I appreciate you, though. Yo, so listen. So we have established, and again, these are not my words, but this is through scholarship and through research, that the Moors on the Moorish, and there was especially on the island of Sicily, right? And that's why you have a lot of Sicilians who are darker skinned, right? And then you had a lot of the Aboriginals, so-called Indians in this land, who were darker skinned, of a darker hue. And you have Africans and people in Haiti and Dominican Republic, a lot of them look alike all throughout the diaspora, all throughout it. But the first so-called slaves or indentured servitudes that were actually brought from Africa to this quote-unquote new land were brought to the island of Hispaniola, which is present-day Haiti / Dominican Republic. So I wanted to establish that first, and then we could go forward. Yo, so Jay Prince, there was a lot of things that was said over on your chat earlier, right? I didn't get a chance to hear everything. But part of the issue that I have personally is that a lot of people just say stuff, but they don't cite any sources, and they're just coming from their own opinion or what they think, right? They don't lean on anybody who's come before them. And then there's a total disrespect and a total neglect of books and academic scholarship. So I want you to be able to get in. What's up, LA Wilkes?
Hold up a second. I just want to point out that that's literally the exact argument that me and Jay Prince had. And now Israel is calling him out on the same thing in a polite fashion. Okay, all right.
Black Man.
Well, when you talk about sources, when we think about history, and especially when we reference stuff that's happened hundreds and hundreds, all the way up to thousands of years ago, books, people that came before us, is in the same position we are in. We just going off what people done told us. And I used to ask this question. I was asked a few people this question, like, could books be a lie? Because only thing a book is people like me, you, and these so-called researchers gather information. We don't know where they gather their information from. We don't know the information that they have gathered was actual facts, and we just regurgitate a lot of stuff and put it in books for stuff that happened hundreds of years ago, almost thousands of years ago. How are you able to tell exactly what took place and nobody wasn't there to actually know it for a fact? So when we talk about history, we can only go off our opinion, what sounds good to us, meaning that nobody can call nobody ignorant or stupid of information, and we cannot say certain information about history in the past is a fact because just because you read it out of a book don't necessarily mean it's a fact because it's in a book. Anything can be put in a book.
Wait.
But it
Key
can
point
be
here.
researched.
Bro, no, because you can just bro, we are all researchers. And,
You know,
and the more white you are, the more of a liar you are. All right. You
well, of
sent me that
course.
reel today, bro. Do I need to pull it up? Like,
Not only that, but the way this was brought to him. What's up, Mayo?
what's
The
up,
way this
Mayo?
the way this was brought to him in this conversation was your boy Israel there was talking about how, like, he's talking about bloodlines, like shit that's verifiable and testable now. You know what I mean?
Well, no, dude. No. Not to Jay Prince. Because
Well, right.
listen, who verifies that? The white man. And white people have stolen things. White people have killed people, and white people have lied. And you're not supposed to listen to liars, thieves, or murderers. That's
What's up,
his
Snowman?
statement. That's his statement. That's his point. Even though this man is on papers. So he's like at least one of those three things. But we're supposed to listen to him. Like it just doesn't make any sense. What's up, Snowman? I had a really good conversation with Snowman this morning. I really appreciated him calling. It made my day better because I talked to him on my way to my first job site. And outside of like almost destroying my shin, the day was good. It's a good day. So, make sure to let your friends know you appreciate them and check on your homies. Like,
For sure.
but yeah, no, he gets into it. Like he's gonna get into it. Like it's
Okay,
it's wild.
Let's go with that line of thinking. Yo, Barry White, thank you. I got it. Yes, it does work. So I appreciate you. I appreciate that. That's my cash app. Thank you, fam. Barry White. So if you want to send something, I appreciate it. That's the right one. So let's go with your line of thinking, right, Jay Prince?
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this. Do you think, well, let me start like this. I asked my chat, so let me ask you. Have you ever played that game where the teacher or someone in the front of the room will say something to one person and then they have to pass the message down all across the line?
Like a rumor. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And then what happens from the teacher to about the 10th or 11th person? What happens to that?
The whole story end up changed.
What's good on
a whole
spot?
Different story, right?
Yep.
It'd be something totally different, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, and with that in mind, would you trust spoken word more or from generation to generation, or would you trust a written set of things from generation to generation? Which one would you trust more?
Hold up a second. See there, I got the
I will
notifications
trust
now.
something that's
So couple of things. Thank you for giving me that heads up. We got some salutations and congratulations and some thank you-lations to do. We got the money received here. Now, for Snowman specifically, Let's see here. What do we got? What do we got here? We got this one for you, Snowman. I usually close the show out with this, and I'm still going to close the show out with this, but for my brother, Snowman.
Toast.
Toast.
Money will come and go. We know that. But the most important thing in life will always be the people in this room. Right here. Right now. Salute me, familia.
Salute.
Toast.
Toast.
Shout outs to Snowman for the 10 ball holding us down. Also, the official sponsor of the show. Shout out to Angry Snowman. If you guys are not subscribed to Fight Club, you need to be. Actually, I'm going to pull that up. We're definitely going to get some shout outs over there because stuff is going to be moving over there. We got stuff moving over here. There's going to be stuff going on all over these YouTube streets. And I'm thinking a good chunk of it is going to be productive. But of course, there will be a little bit of fuckery. What?
You mean the mosh pit?
The mosh pit. Yes. Sorry, not Fight Club. The mosh pit, which is going to be Fight Club 2.0. It's Fight Club, but better. We'll put it that way. There might be some additional stuff on there, but shout outs to Angry Snowman for the 10 ball and Natasha Vincent's here. So we're gonna go through this, then I'm gonna do my monologue, then we're gonna get into the conversation I was planning on having tonight, because when Natasha shows up, that's when the show officially starts, people. That's when. And I told her that earlier because she messaged me. Natasha had a great run. Just so y'all know, Natasha's out there putting in that work. So y'all better be putting in that work because Natasha's killing it. Shout outs to Natasha. Yeah, there we go. See, Natasha got him. And booyah. So, with that said, let's jump back into this. Reese, I'll bring you in for this level of fuckery. We can have a little conversation. I'm going to bring you guys down. I'll do my monologue. So you guys almost missed a really good monologue. Oh, snap, Reese. Good God. Y'all killing me today with the blessings, bro. Hold up a second. Good Lord. I feel like a stripper and a Catholic priest. So this one's going to be for Reese because Reese be coming in with that bullshit. Reese hit me with a 5 ball. Shout outs to Reese. Now, Reese, I got a special one for you too, because this is what I feel. And like when I downloaded this clip, I like using it. But when I originally downloaded it, I was like, this is basically what happens when me and Reese are on somebody else's panel together and there's no control. And so this is what, Reese, this one's for you, bro.
Let's go. Let's go. I pull up. Let's go. I pull up.
Shout outs to Reese. Welcome to the panel. How you doing tonight, brother?
Cool. The audio
good,
cool?
Good. You can go up a little higher on the gain.
What about now?
Little bit higher.
What about now?
There we go. That's the Reese I know and love. Booyah.
Oh, I see what it is now. I got to turn my headphones down.
Ah.
I got a new mixer, so I'm testing out some audio. So what about now?
Dude, you're powerful now.
All right, so what? Can you hear this?
I'm echoing. You're echoing now.
Now that's what I got to figure out. I can't. What about now?
Speak.
Yeah.
What about now?
We good now. We good. That's perfect.
Can you hear this music?
No.
All right. We're good.
All right. Okay. Good deal. Oh, snap. There we go. Hold up. We're going to bring it up, Angry Snowman.
Hold on.
Oh, he said, hold on a second. He said, hold up.
Yo, while we're holding on for that, you know, my Cash App is sitting hella empty.
Hey, nobody cares about your Cash App.
Watch this, Ray. I go on this boy's show a lot, right?
Right.
Israel.
Yeah.
I went up there and made one comment, and that shit started a fucking financial war that made this nigga about $3,000 in about a half hour.
Damn.
What?
All I get.
What'd you say?
This is gonna make y'all fall on the floor, yo. I went up
he
there.
Said Reese shit.
They asked me why I fuck niggas' wives.
What?
So I went in a little bit, and then Trucker Yale and what is that chick's name with the boobs?
Oh, you talking about Island Girl?
Right. What's it? Fantasy Island Girl.
I know about Island Girl. She got some nice tatas, even if they are fake.
Her and Trucker Jail went to war real quick. They had a war of the words. Next thing you know, people started booting each other off the panel, paying 25 here. Then the chick paid 100 to get herself back. Somebody paid something to boot her off. That shit went up to $500.
Jesus.
She paid 500. Somebody paid 500 to get her out of there. She paid 500 to get back in. Somebody paid another 500 to get her out of there. She paid another 500 it started off with 25. And then it went up and up. This nigga made about $3,000. It was the best. It was my best night on YouTube that I had. I never had that much fun, yo.
Oh my goodness. Oh
that
my
shit
goodness.
Was crazy.
Well, I mean, we're starting off late topic, but I'll do my monologue after we get through the gist of this. I just wanted to get to the part where Israel gives Jay Prince books that were written by black people, and then he started questioning if they even existed.
Holy shit, we're going over this again?
Well, no, this is today.
He's doing this shit. He's doing it again?
Hours ago. Bro, this was like midday today. Like Israel goes live like midday. And so this was like around 3:00.
How did this dumbass fool ever get Judge Joe Brown on his show?
He got Judge Joe Brown on his show.
Yeah, like last week he had Judge Joe Brown on his show for real.
It was a good show.
It was too, but how this idiot got him on his show is beyond me.
Bro, like people don't do their research. That's how.
Yo, this cat is not stupid. He's just high off of the Black Power thing. You know what I'm saying? Cat ain't dumb.
He was asking if black people that existed actually existed.
Look, when you first jump into that whole woke conscious wave, and you start grabbing books and cramming, I did it before. I did it like 15
He doesn't read books, Reese. He's just grabbing his head and cramming his head up his ass.
He don't read.
Yes, he does. Some of the shit he knows are found in famous books, and the quotes that all those woke people use, and you had to read those books to know that stuff. He reads something, I'm telling you.
So you think he's
I don't know, dude, because well, look, I don't know about that Reese, because nowadays you can go on YouTube or any other place where people put information out and find these same quotes and information without having to read.
Watch this, Snowman. This is what I be telling these young kids, right? Because everybody talks about the reading levels and all of that. The kids in this generation that are on Earth right now read 10 times more than we do. They're on their devices all the time. They're just reading bullshit. But they're reading. People don't understand it. These kids, they are batshit crazy, right? But they are reading throughout the day. They've even developed their own language. When my daughters text me, I gotta find a high school kid on the bus to fucking translate the shit and tell me what the fuck it is.
But you don't think the content that they're reading it matters as well? Because most of what these kids are reading is just a bunch of hieroglyphic, emoji, garbage ass propaganda being spewed at them, and they aren't reading anything of real intellectual value.
That is often the case.
That's true. That's true.
Listen, that is often the case. That's true. But at the end of the day, they are reading. I don't know if they're stimulating their minds so much, but they are taking in words. You know what I'm saying?
I get that, but my question is how many parents are making these kids put their devices down and making them read a book for a set amount of time every day?
None. I had wars with the mothers of my children about letting my kids have cell phones, and it was always the same excuse. All their friends had phones. I'm like, yeah, but their father is different. I'm different. We don't do shit like everybody else, and I lost that war, y'all.
See, I make my son read for 45 minutes to an hour and a half every single day of his life.
Good job.
That's awesome.
And in my opinion, I think novels are bullshit. You have to give them information books.
Well, information books, but at the same time, I want my son to also be excited about reading. So you got to let them actually read things that are going to pique their interest as well.
Facts. Let them read what they want. Also,
you got to mix it up. Like he has a subscription to Highlights that he's had since he was like 3 years old. He's 8 now, you know, so he's had that subscription for 5 years, you know, so he gets highlights. He's already reading the Diary of a Wimpy Kid and the Captain Underpants
Oh,
series.
nice.
Dude, and that's 7th grade fucking reading level right there.
You know what, man? I miss Sesame Street. Sesame Street made the geniuses back in. Sesame Street put me in 1st grade at 3 years old. 3 years old.
But see, at the same time, like you said, I also make him read books of information and knowledge as well, mixed up in that. Like the thing that he doesn't get the joy and the luxury of that most of his peers do in school probably is summer vacation isn't necessarily a vacation from learning for him. All summer long, me and mom have a lesson plan already set out from the day school starts until the day, or from the day school stops until it starts again, for him to continue on learning. That way he isn't, he hasn't fell behind during the summer like most kids do. You know, he's already one up on everyone else.
That's how it's done, man. Listen, my
awesome.
parents, they like to fuck a lot. So in the summertime, I was somewhere every fucking day. Some type of
Hey,
camp,
I'm with you,
learning
dude.
something.
I
Boy
got tired of hearing
Scouts,
the headboard on the wall too, man. I feel you.
art classes. Every day, all summer, I was somewhere else. I didn't figure this out until I was grown, but my parents wanted to fuck all the time. That's why I was always doing something.
Oh Jesus! They said you got to go do an activity. I got to get you out.
No, they didn't. They didn't say you had to do anything. It was volunteered because you didn't want to hear that shit. You didn't want your friends hearing that shit because they had no couth about it. Dude, I feel you, Reed. I feel you,
That's
brother.
messed up, man.
It became an addiction. I couldn't wait for school to get over so I could go to basketball camp or the art museum or some type of class somewhere.
I mean, who fools around in the middle of the day at like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the after fucking noon when all your kids are home and their friends are over playing? I mean, come on.
Right.
Adults. Adults do.
You got to be involved with your kids' life, man. I mean, my life went sour, but it was 100% my fault. My parents were good parents. My mom climbed trees with me. She was a Cub Scout den mother. You know, my dad taught me how to drive when I was 8.